Hey foodies, thanks for watching. I want to show you how to make matzah. It's a thin, crisp, cracker-like bread, and it's so easy to make. And you can see it's just 5 simple ingredients. And I'm going to start by adding some psyllium to my mixer with a bit of hot water, and I'm not going to add all of it. There you go, and I'm just going to let that set up for a minute and let the psyllium rehydrate. And while that's doing that, I'm going to take my flour and I'm going to add my salt and just mix it in. You might be asking, why am I always adding psyllium fiber to my recipes? I find adding psyllium just adds that extra bit of fiber, and being on a gluten-free diet, you need more fiber in your diet because we're just not getting enough. And even generally speaking, we should all have a lot more fiber in our diet, and psyllium's a great additive when you mix it into your breads and your crackers. Okay, that has gelled up really nicely. You can see like I'm tipping and it's all staying together, which is great. So I'm going to add my flour. There we go. And I'm going to add my oil. And I'm not going to add the last of my water just yet, because if I need to add more, I can always add it, but it's a pain in the butt to take it out. So I'm going to just slowly mix it up. So you can see it's been about a minute. It's still very dry and it hasn't quite come together yet. So I'm going to add about half of the water that I've got left, and I'm going to mix it again. And I'm going to keep mixing and adding water until it comes together as a big ball. And look at that, I can see it starting to clump together. It's still not in a ball form, but it's clumping together, and I think if I squeeze this, it's going to stay. Oh yes, look at that. It's beautiful. That's exactly what you want it to do and how you want it to see, how you want to see it. So I'm going to stop adding my water, and I'm going to take the paddle off, clean that all up. What you don't want to happen is you don't want it to get too sticky. You'd rather have it a little on the dry side so that it's still workable and you're not having to add more flour. So I'm going to squish all that together. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. That's beautiful looking dough. And I'm just going to work it with my hands just a little bit, just to really get it to blend together. What's nice about working with gluten-free flour is you don't have to worry about it getting tough and hard to work with because there's no gluten to develop. Okay, that looks really, really nice. I'm going to grab my knife, and I'm going to divide this into 8 pieces. So we're going to roll each piece out into some matzah sheets. So I'm just going to keep that over here. There we go. And I'm going to grab one of my rolling pins. I'm just going to lightly roll it out. Pick it up, and I'm going to add just a little bit of dusting flour on the counter so it doesn't stick. A little bit on top. Okay. So at this point, you can keep rolling this out. You want to roll it really thinly. I'm going to use a pasta maker or a pasta machine because it's going to roll everything out really, really consistently. And so you're just going to start on the widest setting, and I'm going to fold it into itself just to help get some consistency for width and texture. And I think I can go in half this time. Pick up a little bit of that flour. Oh, and look at that. That's beautiful what I've got there. So I'm just going to lightly dust that. We'll do the other side. Okay, and I'm going to put it to a 2, which is the next setting down. Okay, that looks great. And let's take it to, I'm going to jump 3 and we're going to go right to a 4. And that's the thinnest I want it to be. And you'll see why it's the thinnest I want it to be, because I don't know if you can see this or not on camera, but there's some cracks that have already happened. And that tells me that the pastry is as thin as it can go. So from here, I want to put it onto a cookie sheet, and I've got a parchment paper-lined cookie sheet, and I'm just going to cut that edge. What you can also do at this point is you can cut them into triangles and pieces, but I like them in big sheets. And I'm just going to merge that into that so I have nice big sheets. Okay, and we're going to reset. And I'm going to roll that out with a bit of flour. And we start over again. So I've still got a few more to go, but what we're going to do now is I've got a scoring tool, and you can do this with a fork quite easily. And you just want to mark your sheet pan, your cracker with lots of little holes. This just creates more surface area. Then with a water spray bottle, you just want to moisten the pastry. And then I'm going to sprinkle a bit more salt right onto it. Just like that. And these are going to go into my preheated oven of 500 degrees Fahrenheit or 260 degrees Celsius for 4 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them, and then it's going to be 2 minutes. So while those are baking, I'm just going to keep rolling out the rest. It's time to flip them. They look great so far. I think I'm just going to flip them with my hands. Whew, they are warm. Look at the bubbling on that. That's exactly what you want to see. You can see all the bubbles there. That's wonderful. Okay, and I'll flip this one as well. And they're going to go in for another 2 minutes. There, and I'm going to score these. These are going to be ready to go in the oven when the next batch finishes. I'll just have to remember to spritz them with water and then salt them. Let's check it. Oh, they look beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it nice? So I'm going to put these on a cooling rack and just let them cool and dry out. Wow, that's warm. I'm going to pick this up and sit it down. I'll pick up this one, set it down. I'm going to spritz and salt. A little bit has to move because you don't want it to touch. Okay, and this is going to go in for my 4 minutes. And this one. And then I'm going to spritz it and salt it. Okay, and that's going to go in. These look absolutely incredible. I can't wait to sink my teeth into them. I mean, they're nice and crisp. You can really hear how firm they are. I really like them just right out of the oven. They're supposed to sit. I've got a batch that I made last week, and they just got better and better and better with time and age. I just use them, like I break off a chunk like that. I really like to enjoy them with cheese, and it's just comfort food for me. But coming up next, I'm making this, and I'm really excited to share that recipe with you too. But I want to try this. A little bit of salt, it's perfect. It's crisp, it's nice, it's tasty. You don't want to overcook them like I did that one, but these are all just perfectly baked, and they look so wonderful. If you're looking for the recipe, you can visit glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Thanks for watching.